Welcome all. So yes, as you can see, the tantric scars or the tantric effect even after the death of the tantric. Is it possible? Yes. And yes, it's very much possible. I wanted to make this video a long time back, but then now since Diwali is approaching and many of you have been asking this question from many months altogether, today is the time that we will discuss this over this video. See, there have been many cases which have come in the negative energy section. And when I say negative energy section, I mean the black magic section especially, in which many a times we have seen that few tantrics who have created hazards for people for the money sake, and tantrics who have actually done some fake work also. When I say fake work, means they have promised something and they have not done, or if they have done something which has not been created in such a way that causes any goodness to you. Okay, I mean for both the aspects. So here I'm talking about that if they die in that process, in the middle of the process while doing it, or after, or in the process of renewing the process. I have always been educating you people over YouTube over years that whenever there is a black magic process involved, the renew of the process, or the process needs to be renewed, maybe monthly basis or quarterly basis, or depending on what kind of process is being used against you, isn't it? Now, considering that fact, if in that process of renewing time, you know, the person or the tantric dies in this section, listen to this very carefully. This may sound to few people as if it is some sort of a fairy tale or some sort of a fiction that I'm talking about, but no, this is the reality. People who are into the tantric field and the tantra vidya, and who understand the sensitivity and the power of this field and these processes, they will know, and people who are going through this issue, they will also understand quickly that if the renewal does not happen in the time, and during that time if this tantric dies, first of all, the thing is that if it is a bad aspect or it is a bad black magic is always bad, of course. If that negative energy is in any of the ways freed from his or her trap or process, it can create a havoc. That is one havoc. Okay, and even if that doesn't happen, and if in this process when the tantric dies, if that tantric has any sort of revenge from you due to whatever aspects, maybe he or she was doing some process for their own family people or the extended family or their friends or near dear ones. I'm talking about the bad, evil tantrics here. Okay, I'm not talking about the genuine tantrics, because rarely you will find any genuine tantrics in the Kali time. It's not that they're not there, they are there, but very rare. Okay, so whenever there is a evil tantric involved into this section, and in the process if the tantric dies, sometimes the energy of that tantric which always wanted to do or complete that process against you, so that you are always in some sort of a vicious circle of harmful effects and miseries and all of that. Sometimes that energy doesn't leaves you, your aura, your family, your space, and that energy has the capacity, because some tantrics, this is a very secretive thing that I'm sharing with you people, because many of you have asked this question also. Because of this, sometimes that energy doesn't leaves you, and when it doesn't leaves you, it simply means that it is there. Sometimes in few houses that energy starts residing. And yes, few may think that, oh my god, what is this nonsense, and how the haunting houses can happen, and there has to be some incidents to prove that. No, you don't have to prove these things. People who are going through these issues will automatically understand that where this whole video is coming from, or what am I trying to explain to the audience who are maybe not aware of it right now, but are getting few symptoms. The relationships must be breaking, the finances must be breaking, anything. Whenever there's a bad energy, something needs to happen. It's not that you will not get any signs. It's just that you need to be very sensitive to gauge those aspects. because not everyone can also gauge those aspects. But then there has to be someone in the family who has that ability to even sense or have that sixth sense. And the moment that is there, the person can analyze that there's something going wrong, or there is some sort of a tantric activity which is going on in the house. So if this tantric dies and he or she has this revengeful attitude towards your family, or towards you, or towards your work, or anything for that matter, this will continue. This will continue for generations altogether as well. Okay? And if this continues for generations, now whatever the person's motive is, if the motive is to destroy you financially, if the motive is to destroy your relationship, your marriage, your relations with your parents for that matter, then this will continue from generation to generation. I mean, it just won't finish. The moment you have a next generation, you will see the whole history getting repeated. So the characters will change, the faces of people will change. However, the incidences attached with it will be almost similar. Okay, so the answer to this question, that whether a tantric spirit can still follow us if some process is being done against us, or if the tantric doesn't want to leave us, is it possible that energy can still follow us? The answer to is yes, which I stated in the starting only. And if you're finding or having any sort of issues like this, you can get your case study done, which is a paid service, of course. And in that, everything will be revealed as to, yes, whether anything like this exists in your particular life. Because see, this is something that definitely exists, but is it existing in your life? That is something that can be gauged through the case study aspect. Okay, Diwali is around the corner. I always say, whenever there is a black magic issue or black magic victim, you people must get this sorted before Diwali or before Holi, because these are drastic days. Of course, the Puranmasi and the Amavasya, no moon and full moon, are also there every month. But this aspect also, these two aspects of Holi and Diwali, these are major ones. So my point is to just give you information. The rest is your decision. There is no forcing attempt happening here. The team is not contacting anyone. Even if you have some other reference through which you can get this sorted, please go ahead and get this sorted, because this can get really dangerous, really dangerous. And my idea and the team's idea is to just give you this awareness. And then of course it's your own study and it's your own mind that you deal with and take the right decision. Okay, not necessarily with us, but anywhere else. So I think that's about it. I'll see you next week with another topic. Till then, goodbye and Jai Ma Kali.